How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation Summer Sale is running from now until July 29th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $40, 34% off, Astro Bot is a supersized space adventure where Astro must rescue his stranded crew and rebuild the PS5 mothership after it's attacked by his galactic nemesis. Explore over 50 handcrafted planets filled with secrets and challenges, dash and rocket punch through thrilling obstacles, and team up with iconic PlayStation heroes while using all new power-ups and interactive environments to bring the universe to life. It's a 95 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $40, 20% off, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG set in a Belle Epoque-inspired world, where the paintress erases anyone who reaches her newly painted number, pushing Expedition 33 into a desperate final mission. Its reactive combat blends traditional strategy with real-time dodging, parrying, re-aim targeting, and rhythmic combo timing, letting you tailor builds through gear, skills, and clever party synergies that reward precision. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $40, 43% off, Stellar Blade is a fast-paced action-adventure where Eve returns to a desolate Earth to reclaim it from the malevolent Naytiba and save humanity. Slash through remnants of civilization with graceful yet brutal combat combos, explore breathtaking, highly detailed post-apocalyptic environments brought to life on PS5, and unlock a gripping, emotionally charged story filled with mysteries and shocking revelations. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice Game of the Year Edition is a brutally rewarding action-adventure set in late 1500s Sengoku Japan, where you play a shinobi seeking vengeance and honor. This edition includes the Reflection and Gauntlet of Strength boss challenge modes, Remnants allowing players to view and rate your actions, and 3 unlockable cosmetic skins, adding layers of replayability and challenge. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $32, 35% off, Split Fiction is a fast-paced co-op adventure where 2 writers, Mio and Zoe, get trapped inside their own stories after a device meant to extract ideas goes haywire in spectacular fashion. Its split-screen design demands tight coordination as you and a partner swap between sci-fi and fantasy worlds, mastering new abilities, solving clever puzzles, and tackling wildly different challenges that constantly remix the gameplay experience. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off, Red Dead Redemption is an open-world western action-adventure that follows former outlaw John Marston as he's forced to hunt down his old gang to protect his family. With a sprawling journey across the American West and Mexico, a powerful character-driven narrative, and the included Undead Nightmare expansion that reimagines the world with a zombie apocalypse, it delivers one of Rockstar's most celebrated experiences. It's a 94 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an open-world western that follows Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang as they struggle to survive while the modern world closes in around their increasingly fragile way of life. You'll roam a detailed frontier packed with cinematic story missions, dynamic shootouts, and immersive systems that make exploration, survival, and conversation feel natural, reactive, and full of small environmental touches. It's a 95 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $29, 58% off, Gran Turismo 7 is a premium racing simulator that celebrates 25 years of the series with a deep, authentic driving experience built for both solo and competitive players. With over 400 meticulously detailed cars, more than 90 track routes featuring dynamic weather, and the return of GT simulation mode alongside competitive sport mode, it blends car culture, progression, and high-level racing into one expansive package. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $28, 60% off, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a grounded first-person action RPG set in 15th century Bohemia, following Henry of Skalitz on a gripping journey of revenge, identity, and loyalty against a backdrop of political unrest and social upheaval. Explore a richly realized medieval world of dense forests, bustling towns, and morally complex choices, while shaping Henry's skills, reputation, and relationships through reactive RPG systems. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 130 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 67% off. Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the definitive edition, brings 3 iconic stories to a new generation with enhanced textures, draw distances, and GTA 5 style controls for a more modernized experience. Explore bustling Liberty City with Claude, neon-soaked Vice City with Tommy Vercetti, and early San Andreas as CJ, with recent patches bringing them more in line with the original experiences. It's a 95 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 130 hours to get all 3 platinums. For 35 bucks, 50% off. Silent Hill F is a psychological horror adventure set in 1960s Japan, where Shimizu Hinako's town of Ebisugaoka is engulfed in a mysterious fog that transforms it into a nightmarish landscape. Explore twisted paths and eerie environments filled with hidden secrets, solve complex puzzles to unlock the town's dark mysteries, and confront grotesque monsters while uncovering a gripping story of doubt, regret, and inescapable choices. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For 40 bucks, 43% off. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is an open-world action adventure where Sam Porter Bridges embarks on a journey beyond the United Cities of America to reconnect isolated communities and prevent humanity's extinction. With vast environments to cross, strategic cargo deliveries, and supernatural threats, you'll navigate dangerous terrain while using specialized tools and player-built structures to reconnect the world. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For 24 bucks, 20% off. Dispatch is a superhero workplace comedy set in modern-day Los Angeles, where you play Robert Robertson, aka Mecha Man, forced into a desk job at a superhero dispatch center after his mech suit is destroyed. Manage a roster of ex-supervillains seeking redemption, coordinate tactical emergency deployments across the city, and shape relationships through branching dialogue choices while balancing office drama and team upgrades. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For 21 bucks, 65% off. Persona 3 Reload is a reimagined RPG where you step into the shoes of a transfer student thrust into the mysterious Dark Hour, awakening powerful abilities while forging bonds that shape the fate of friends and the world. You'll explore this hidden hour, engage in turn-based combat against shadows, and balance daily life on Port Island, from attending school and part-time jobs to deepening relationships that influence the story. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For 30 bucks, 67% off. The Resident Evil Remake trilogy bundles 3 survival horror classics remastered with sharper graphics and smoother performance across PS4 and PS5, letting you survive Raccoon City's zombie streets and uncover Umbrella Corporation's secrets while battling bioorganic threats. This pack includes Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition, Resident Evil 3 with the classic costume pack, and Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition. It's an 88 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to get all 3 platinums. For 20 bucks, 60% off. Death Stranding Director's Cut is an open-world action adventure from Hideo Kojima, where courier Sam Bridges traverses a fractured America to reconnect isolated cities after a supernatural cataclysm. You'll haul vital cargo across hostile terrain, confront spectral BTs, and engage with the social strand system in a uniquely asynchronous way that lets players indirectly support one another through shared structures and tools. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For 40 bucks, 34% off. Dying Light the Beast follows Kyle Crane, transformed by human and zombie DNA, seeking revenge on the man who tortured him while controlling his inner beast in the deadly Castor Woods. Blend open-world exploration, parkour, and primal combat through day-night cycles where danger escalates after sunset, switching between human and beast playstyles, driving off-road vehicles, and forming fragile alliances solo or in up to 4-player co-op. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum. For 30 bucks, 50% off. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon is a high-octane mech action game that blends From Software's deep customization roots with their modern, aggressive combat design. With omnidirectional battles across massive stages, extensive mech part customization that directly alters movement and tactics, and multi-phase boss fights that demand precision and adaptability, it delivers a fresh yet familiar evolution of the series. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 28 bucks, 60% off. Hitman World of Assassination is the definitive stealth action package, uniting Hitman, Hitman 2, and Hitman 3 into one massive collection spanning more than 20 global locations. Playing as Agent 47, you'll master the art of creative assassination with total freedom of approach, blending into crowds with disguises, manipulating dynamic NPC routines, and turning everyday objects into lethal opportunities to eliminate high-profile targets. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $10, 85% off, Star Wars Jedi Survivor continues Cal Kestis' journey in a third-person action adventure where the galaxy grows darker and more dangerous, forcing him to confront the Empire and survive against overwhelming threats at every turn. You'll master enhanced force powers, new lightsaber combat styles, and creative ability combos to take on challenging enemies in cinematic encounters that test timing, skill, and strategy. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $21, 30% off, Palworld is a wild, chaotic, and endlessly entertaining open-world survival game where you collect, befriend, and exploit mysterious creatures called pals to build, battle, and thrive in a dangerous world filled with poachers, hunger, and constant moral dilemmas. You can mount pals to soar across skies, sail the seas, or gallop through vast landscapes as you explore a massive ecosystem filled with secrets and rare species to capture. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $35, 30% off, Mafia The Old Country is a gritty third-person action adventure set in 1900 Sicily, where you play Enzo Favara rising through the ranks of the Teresi crime family. Explore dangerous, open-ended Sicily filled with rival families and opportunities, fight using period-accurate weapons like stilettos and luparas, and prove your loyalty through story-driven missions filled with betrayal, sacrifice, and rising power within the family. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $15, 40% off, Outer Wilds is an open-world mystery where you explore a solar system trapped in an endless time loop, uncovering secrets, hidden ruins, and ancient civilizations while piecing together the fate of a dying cosmos. You'll pilot your ship and navigate hazardous planets that change over time, from crumbling surfaces to shifting sand-covered cities, using gadgets to investigate signals, decode alien messages, and survive. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $15, 25% off, MIO Memories in Orbit is a beautiful Metroidvania where you awaken MIO, a nimble robot, to explore the mysterious vessel, a massive technological ark overgrown with vegetation and rogue machines. Explore a captivating, interconnected universe full of secrets and curiosities, earn new abilities to climb, glide, and master movement, and face over 30 enemies and 15 guardian bosses while uncovering the vessel's lost memories. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $28, 60% off, Silent Hill 2 is a haunting psychological survival horror remake that follows James Sunderland as he returns to the fog-shrouded town after receiving a letter from his deceased wife. Rebuilt with modern visuals, immersive sound design, and an over-the-shoulder camera, the town feels more oppressive as you explore expanded locations, solve puzzles, and confront manifestations born from James' fractured psyche. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.